What's going on, y'all? We are back. This is episode 16 of the Nashville Stampede Out of the Print Baseball 24 series. We're here on June 1st, and the Nashville Stampede are 26 and 30. Yeah, it has been pretty. We're not totally out of it, but yeah. So like the first, I don't know, what was this? 2 weeks into the year, on Luis Angel Acuna went down with an injury, and almost on the same day, Dansby Swanson went down with an injury. Both 3-month injuries. They now have 7 weeks left in the recovery. But just after that, Austin Jerger went down. He was hitting pretty well, and he went down for, I think it was 5 months. 4 or 5 months. So we've had to call up a cast of characters to kind of fill in, and they've done fine for the most part. Some better than others. So I guess we can go through. You can see the offense has just been pretty bad. George McRae was hitting really well until like this little recent stretch. But the first month of the year, he was kind of putting the team on his back. 166 WRC plus. He's come back down to earth. Frank Correa, we called him up, and he's kind of added some spark to the offense, but it hasn't been a ton. Jazz Chisholm we called up, and he's been good. He was crushing AAA, so called him up. Now he's hurt. But Katsuhiro Hito Kira has finally broken out in the MVP type player, playing a great center field. How's McRae been in left? He's been awesome. And then Max Clark had a ratings dip in his contact from 65 to 55, which, is a huge downgrade. So he hasn't hit at all. Playing a good right field, but yeah, it's been disappointing. Molinex has been fine, I guess, but as our DH hasn't done a ton. And yeah, it's not been great offensively. I mean, we've had like Spencer Steer playing some first base. Gage Workman's been a huge disappointment. He's been better recently, but yeah, he's not done a ton. Nieto, when he's not our worst hitter, it's pretty bad. And, Will Smith's been bad in a part-time role. George Lombard, we called him up. He was the first guy up. He's playing third base. He's been brutally bad. And Wilman Diaz has not worked out as well. So this has just been a disastrous first 2 months of the year. The pitching staff has been good, not great. Cam Robinson's really struggled in the closer role this year. Giving up too many walks, it looks like. Not sure what the deal with that is, but we still have hope for him. Cano's been good. Arias has been good. Miguel Diaz hasn't done anything. The rest of the bullpen has been good. Blanco has struggled a ton in the rotation. I'm giving him a couple more starts, then he's out. We can't keep trotting him out. Heaney's been bad. He had the ratings drop. Hackenberg's been solid, though, and Lodolo and Melendez have been as good as advertised. Lodolo signing really working out so far. So, yeah, he's given us some length, which we've desperately needed. Playing in all these, like, low-scoring games. Our offense has been really hit or miss. We've had a good series against San Francisco. We beat them 10-0 this first game, and then 8-1. Let's actually play this game and see what happens. Yeah, we lost 4-1. So, offense comes back down to earth. But yeah, we need to make some sweeping changes fast. The offense has just been so bad, and there's really no light at the end of the tunnel with these guys still out for another 2 months or so. So, what's on the trading block? I really haven't looked. Vinny Pasquantino, I tried to trade for him in the offseason. The asking price is really high. Looks like he's been hurt a little bit too this year. That's doable. I mean, we can... Colburn I'd like to keep, but he's definitely not a guy I'm locked into. Diaz definitely not a guy I'm locked into at this point. His infield range dropped. He hasn't hit at all. Like, we need a bat in this order, and it's I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Matsumoto, his ratings have dropped. He's actually hit pretty well. He might get a call up soon. PJ Morlando's been fine. Like Luis Lara, recalling him up. Meng was up for a little bit. He got like no at bats. He's also hurt. Jack Hurley could get a call up, but I don't really have a ton of faith in him. Jeremiah Jackson's been good, and He hasn't been horrible when he's been in the majors. Yeah, I don't really think there's any help coming, so I don't know. This is kind of a disastrous start. So, what can we do immediately to help this? Henderson's he's suspended for 4 more games. Well, let's see how Blanco does in the start here. So he actually pitches well and might just save himself a rotation spot. Yeah, Will Smith might have to be on his way out. Blanco pitches awesome though, and the bullpen does a good job. I don't know. I don't really know what to do. Lombard had a couple of hits. He's hit better. So maybe we keep rolling him out. He's not like a bad player, so maybe hurt by low BABIP. Who knows? Nieto actually hasn't even been bad, so I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to wait. We might just have to wait this out for a little bit until some more guys go in the trade block. I mean, we're still early into the year. We're not out of it. Like, I don't know. See how the West looks this year. Yeah, so the West has actually improved a lot. The Oaks look like a decent team. The Mariners and Dodgers still a good squad, and the Athletics playing pretty well. And then we have a ton of teams to jump here. I think we jump the Marlins. I think we jump the Rays. I think we're better teams than them. But Royals, Diamondbacks, Braves, those are 3 really good teams, and it's gonna be an uphill battle here. So we really need like Workman to start hitting better. We need McRae to turn it around. Kira keep hitting. Max Clark to maybe salvage his drop in ratings with some kind of improvement. I don't know. So yeah, just to check in here at this point. We'll see. Let's see what this Chisholm injury is. Let's see him a couple of days, and if that's bad, we might have to look to make a move. He's out 5 weeks. So we cannot catch a freaking break this year. Our entire infield is hurt. So I guess the next guy up, I mean, we can go deep into our minors and call it maybe Carter Smith. He's been fine in Double-A. I think he might be ready for the show. Giancarlo's down here. Maybe he can hit. Okay, so let's look at this. So what do we have here? So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, I think the easy call here is Smith's kind of taking up a roster spot, so let's DFA him. I'm gonna bank on some, like, I don't know, maybe Stanton can do something here, and then let's also, I'm gonna call up Jackson. I think let's call up Jackson, and then I gotta add some guys to my AAA roster because I'm pretty sure we've just depleted the entire lineup. Yeah. So Aiden Harris has hit well in Double-A. He could be on the fast track to the majors at this point. Let's call him up to AAA. JT Moran's hit well there. And he was good in a small sample size last year in Double-A, so we can call him up to AAA. Carter Smith, let's get him in AAA. And then that adds at least a little oomph to this lineup, and we can get some guys ready to come to the majors. So looking down here, Jaden Knight, 23 years old, hit well in High A this year. Let's call him up to Double-A. This is kind of what I usually do off camera 2 months into the year. I'll come in here, kind of see who's hitting well, and make some promotions. I do this every 2 months, so Grady Emerson has a pretty good WAR this year. He's hit well. I think he might be. We could probably try to push him up to Double-A. 15 guys, that'll be good for now. And let's go down to A-ball, see who's hitting well. Jaden Stroman, our second round pick last year. Crushing A-ball, so definitely earned himself a promotion. Osorio hitting well, so let's call him up to High A as well. Tejada, who is a minor league free agent signing. Ethan Murray's still hanging around down here after we gave him $10 million that first year. He's done nothing. And then rookie ball, I guess will be good in A-ball with 15 guys. So as for the pitching staff, Blanco saved his job. Heaney he hasn't been a problem yet, but Henderson could take that spot quickly. Hackenberg's been fine, and the rest of the honestly, I'm not worried about our pitching. Miguel Diaz, I think he has a couple option years, so maybe we'll try to get a fresh arm up here. So Lopez is a guy I liked. He's a lefty. I think that could help things. So let's call him up. We'll see what he can do. And send him a couple more days. Let's see what happens here. We did wind up losing 2 out of 3 against Houston. I kind of glossed over that. Setting the lineup here too. So, oh man, maybe we'll go Correa. Maybe we just try Giancarlo at first. I mean, he can't be. I don't know. He can't be any worse than like anyone else. He definitely needs to play against lefties though. I'm kind of done with Diaz. He'll mix in a little bit, I think, especially at third base. But yeah, I'm kind of out on him. Maybe Steer and Stan can split time at second or at first, every second for Steer. Maybe we can get Jackson a couple at bats over at first. Maybe we can play every third. We'll play Steer every fourth. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to throw crap against the wall and see what sticks. I think we need to just play Molinax every day, and then because we need McRae in the order, and I mean McRae hasn't even been good, but he's been probably one of our best hitters, which is just terribly sad. We win 3-1 against Atlanta. Kira just continues to throw this offense on his back. Man, I don't know what we'd do without him. And then Molinax has a good day as well. Melendez probably is one of his best starts. Goes 6 innings, 1 run, or 1 hit, no runs. Lodolo can't quite squeak us out a win in game 2 of the series. Pretty decent start from him though. And then we win 14-3, but it looks like Blanco was suspended. Ouch. Frank Correa with a nice game. Kira just outstanding season so far. Clark starting to turn things around maybe. McRae. Hopefully we can get Workman going. That's kind of key. So Blanco gets no outs. Gives up 2 runs. And then the bullpen pieces it together, but man, things aren't looking good. We're 29 and 34, and we win against Texas, so another good day for the offense. McRae has a big day. Workman, a couple games in a row there. We like to see that. 7 RBIs in his last 2. Clark's hitting better. Kira continues to rake. Correa continues to be awesome. Maybe we switch up the lineup a little bit here too. Correa's getting on base at a 375 clip. He might be a good leadoff hitter. So I'm gonna set our lineup. Maybe sim ahead a couple weeks, and we'll bounce back because I don't want to go sim every day. And yeah, maybe we'll move up a little bit and come back in just a minute. Well, things have gone from worse to worser as Gage Workman just tore his ACL, and now we're left with like literally our entire infield out. Angel Acuna, it was Jerger, Acuna, or it was Jerger, Workman, Swanson, Acuna, left to right, all out with extended injuries this season. We're now trotting out Giancarlo Stanton, Frank Correa, George Lombard, and I just called up Carter Smith. I was kind of alluding to maybe I'd do that. And we're kind of out of options. So our first round, or sorry, was he a 3rd round pick last year? Yeah, our 3rd round pick from last year is already in the majors. Ouch. Yeah, things are not looking good. So, but we are 37 and 37. We've somehow survived this, and we're not in a playoff spot. But we're in striking distance. Man, I typically never even consider a trade like that, but and man, we need some offense in here. 11th in runs scored right now. It's just brutal. I mean, Acuna's back in 3 weeks. Swanson's back in 3 to 4. So we just got to survive another month. But are they even gonna? Are they gonna save this sinking ship? I have no idea. The pitching's been like really solid though. Like Melendez, Lodolo, Heaney, Hackenberg has been a pretty good starting five, or starting four, and then but Hackenberg's kind of sucked. Then Blanco, I don't know what we're gonna do with him. Bullpen's been good. I don't know. We might have to make a trade like ASAP. All right, so what do we have out here? Let's look. Stevenson's an option for sure. Arenado, I don't think he's enough of an upgrade defensively or offensively to justify that. Jeff McNeil, dude, who's with our team last season, hitting well in Texas. Might need someone with a little more oomph. Dalton Varsho is not a bad option. Yeah, O'Neal Cruz is just horrible. This guy is interesting. Addison Barger. He's hitting well in AAA, although it's in a pretty high run environment. Man, yeah, this is brutal. Or maybe we just go all in with pitching and see if we can piece together our offense. Gavin Hollowell is available. He's having a horrible season, so we might be able to get him for cheap. Maybe not. Matt Allman can probably. His walk rate's still high. Yeah, this is at least our minor league system's playing better. Besides our A-ball team. Interesting. I thought that team was pretty good, but at least our rookie ball team's competitive, and our AA, AAA, and A-ball teams have been good. Anyway, Stanton's hit well since he's come to the team. That's good. I'm sure he's not even bad defensively. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, our owner is not happy at midseason. 40 and 43. Jalen Beeks having a stellar season for Miami. Screw you, shitting on Workman. God, he was starting to hit better. Oh man, this just sucks. So midseason, Allman goes up to the number 34 prospect in baseball. Robbie Watkins, our first round pick last year, slots in number 56, and Juan Robel, now 20 years old. He's got to show something here. Let's go to the rest of the development really quick. Just get maybe some good news. Alex Yan got one start. He got hurt. Angel Lopez is apparently a top 200 prospect. And that's about it for our top guys. Carter Smith's down here at least. He's done nothing in the majors. Man, we might have to look for some smaller incremental upgrades here. All right, let's go to batters. Willie Adames could be a fill-in. Making a lot of money, but at least he brings good defense. And he's not like a first-round pick. Oh, yeah, we can get him easy. Okay. So Adames is a guy we'll keep on our radar. I'd more rather go for an actual hitter than like a defensive specialist. Yeah, there's not really much, man. This is pretty brutal. I kind of like maybe rolling the dice with the Addison Barger guy. Put him at third base. Maybe he can provide something. All right, let's see what we can give up. So, Nate Dome, a 26-year-old minor league filler. He's fine. Let's do this, and I'm going to add Barger to our roster and just... Man, I hope we can just get something going here. So, promote him to AAA. We'll open up a roster spot here. Jeremiah Jackson has done nothing, so let's just waive and DFA him. Man, maybe Aiden Harris gets a call up soon, too. All right, so Lombard's been so bad. Let's just throw him on the bench. Let's get Barger out there. He's a lefty, too, which I didn't even notice. I don't know. Maybe he provides some kind of offense. I don't have high expectations. We'll still put Lombard out there once in a while. Diaz can play some. Those guys have just been so bad, and I just wasn't anticipating that. It's a good steer every other game there at first. Maybe we'll keep Lombard at third against lefties. Get Berger out of there. That's probably a fine lineup there. I mean, Giancarlo could still hit lefty. Yeah, he's still pretty good against lefties, just not against righties. Okay, so great. Angel Acuna goes down. Man. Max Clark continues to decline. That's so sad. That makes no sense too. Like, yeah, I get it's random, but like, he had such a good year last year, and suddenly he forgot how to hit. I'm very confused as to that, but all right, we're gonna sim up to the next checkpoint. Hopefully we're in the race, which we still are. Like, we're not out of this yet, but things are starting to look grim. And hopefully at the deadline we can get something. We'll sim up to that, or maybe All-Star break, and we'll come back. Okay, so we're back. It's the first year player draft, and good news: the Nashville Stampede are above 500 for the first time. I don't know if we were. Yeah, okay, we were above 500 in April, but yeah, the first time since April we've been above 500. As you can see in June, we were pretty good, 15-13. July, we're 6-3 so far. Things have definitely gotten better. We just swept Arizona, which is huge. You know, Arizona are our longtime rivals in the save, and you know, Addison Berger hasn't been. He was hitting better before these last couple of games this year against Arizona, but he hasn't been horrible. Carter Smith, at least he's like fine defensively, I guess. I mean, I'm just trying to give all the compliments I can to this anemic offense. I mean, Kira is just throwing the team on his back, playing a great center field too. Frank Correa doing his best as a rookie. Max Clark kind of turning things around here. Molinax hasn't been great. McRae's fallen off. But I mean, we need his defense out there. I don't know. Maybe we look to move McRae here. It's very possible. Giancarlo's been bad. That was just kind of a pipe dream. He'd come here and mash some home runs or something, but hasn't really worked out. Then yeah, Diaz has been so bad. My God, that was. I mean, I don't know. Of course, Bo Naylor's raking. I don't even know if I want to look at the rest of the trade. Tiedemann's okay. He's been bad. And Noriega, whatever. How's Matthias been? He's having a silly Matthias year. So I'm mostly upset about the Bo Naylor part. But all right, so we lost Miami. Let's go to the draft. And looks like there's quite a few good guys. So Max Hollowworth looks like a good college bat. The AI does love taking the high school guys early, so it's possible one of these guys drops to us. These are also all batters, so let's see who Chicago takes. They did take okay, so this guy I would have considered. The Void K scares me, but probably not a guy I'd take number 2. That's definitely more of the type of guy I would take as a high school guy. All right, let's go up to our pick. So, all right. You know, I like to take best player available mostly. Position doesn't really matter as long as they can play the field. Like, Makano, unfortunately, can't. Ooh, really intrigued about this guy. Although, I don't know. I don't know if the outfielder thing, the amount of outfielders we have, puts us out of the question to get a guy like that, but Zach Hughes is really interesting. Durable, good second baseman. All right. This guy, Tavor Fay, he's interesting. Zach Folino, I like him. Mostly because of the high floor. He's 21. Really good defensive third baseman. I'm kind of intrigued with that pick. All right, I'm gonna sift through these guys. Ooh, nice bat. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna sift through these guys because it looks like there's not really a clear pick at this point. Although Bobby Adime. What's the scout think about him? Interesting. Okay. I like his speed. I like his defense. I like his bat quite a bit. So I'm going to make a short list. I'll come back and we'll discuss the pick. All right. So considering the state we are, both in the save and with this team kind of trying to win now, this Alex Harrington guy, not a crazy player like upside-wise, but I think the floor is incredible. You play all over the infield. I wouldn't play him at shortstop, but he can be a really good second baseman, good third baseman. And, I mean, I'm probably going to put him in AAA, and he'll probably play in the majors later this season for me. There wasn't a ton of other guys that really stuck out to me that are, fit the mold of guys we like. I like some of these third basemen, but, their upsides are good. Adami is probably the guy I like the most, but I don't know. I don't really see them being a better player than what Harrington is right now. So, got some good wheels. Gonna bat 270 probably and give me a above league average hitter. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Harrington, a high floor guy, low demand, and all the college guys went there. So round 2 will probably go for a high school guy, more high upside. So Zach Hughes is kind of a guy I was looking at earlier. The personality's not great. The defense isn't great either. I guess he'd probably be a corner outfielder for me. I think he'd develop into a good player. I didn't like really anything else. I probably have too many of these high upside, low floor pitchers at this point to really take one of the high pick here. I mean, Becerra is it's a heck of a player there. Kind of the Jeff Word with way less power and probably a better eye from the Rocky save. I actually might go with Becerra here. Just this guy looks really interesting. He's only 18. There's a lot of bust potential. He could suck. I don't know if that power is gonna hinder him from ever being a really good hitter. But he walks a lot. Maybe he develops his defense a little bit and can play second base. I don't know. Screw it. Let's go with a different look here. And Zach Hughes is still here. Heck yeah, I'm taking him. So those are our first 3 picks. Is there anyone that's really well developed? Ooh. I like this Mike Pearson guy. He's a really high floor for a 4th round pick. Good work ethic, 21 years old. I'm going to take this Mike Pearson guy. I don't even think I need to look. This is a guy I probably take in the 1st round. All right, so a lot of hitters we take. Was that all infielders? I think it might have been. I think I like this Amazon guy. Screw it. Okay, we just went through our first 5 picks. This is definitely record time. So yeah, I'll do the rest of the draft off camera. We'll come back. Update if there's any good picks. If not, we'll probably jump right into the deadline and play from there. We'll be back. I am speechless. As you can see, I have this trade lined up. So I was going through the trade block, and the first guy that came up, Emilio Marquez, who I've been obsessed with this entire series. He's been incredible throughout the entire save. And he was on the trade block. He's a free agent after the season, and this is a really reckless move, but I think it's worth it. So, we're going to pick up Emilio Marquez. They're going to eat 70% of the deal. It just makes the money work. Yeah, he's a free agent after the year. We'll see if we can re-sign him. Might have to deal McRae if that's the case, which I'm ready to do, I think, if that means re-signing Marquez. So, the return is the biggest return I've ever given to a rental and probably any player ever. So, Cam Robinson's probably the headliner. As we've gone through the save, he's been like the best pitcher on my team, whether he's starting or relieving. Like, he's just been incredible. This year he's had a down year, but he has one more year of control. He'll be a free agent after next season, which he's going to be in for a big raise. So I don't think that 12.7 is really accurate. But anyway, maybe because he had a bad year. I don't know. But anyway, he's a free agent after next season, so we're losing a year of control of him. Wilman Diaz, who we picked up in the trade of the Dodgers this offseason, that trade has not worked out. Matthias continues to rake, and Bo Naylor has been good. So we're cutting our losses with Diaz, but we're not cutting our losses. We're going to trade him, and then Juan Roybal, who might be the guy who comes back to bite us, but it could also be a low-key, like, I'm glad we got rid of this guy when we did. He's 20 years old, and he's still stuck in rookie ball. Hasn't developed much. This reminds me a lot of that David Ramirez guy that we had, who's currently like capped out at A-ball. So, pretty big package for a couple months of Marquez, and we're 48 and 51. We're not guaranteed to make the playoffs. So if we don't make the playoffs, this is gonna bite us in the ass pretty bad. But I think this upgrades a rotation that could definitely use an upgrade. We currently have Henderson out there. He got roughed up his last start. Blanco's been bumped to the bullpen. And, this allows us to throw Henderson back in the bullpen. We just called up Aiden Knack because Lodolo got hurt. Forgot to mention that. He's out for 6 weeks. Partially torn labrum, which is never good. So, yeah, we need to upgrade in our rotation. Marquez, I think Marquez and Melendez is the best combo we've ever had in any save as like a duo at the top. So, maybe that's not true, but I think these are the two best pitchers in baseball, and we're going to have them both on our team. So, a little reckless probably, but I'm so pumped to finally get Emilio Marquez on our team. And this has been probably the most eventful episode of this series. We've had all the injuries. We've swung the biggest trade of the series by far. I don't really think that's debatable. So yeah, we slide in Marquez. He's only like a 5-6 inning guy, maybe. He's a little bit better than, say, Melendez, but yeah, you can't pass up the talent there. So I'm going to start Marquez. Actually, we have the All-Star break, so let's check out the All-Stars here and see who we have on the team that made it. And yes, so Harrington signed finally. I'm sure to AAA. I'm not even messing around with that. And Becerro and Pearson can stay in rookie ball for now. Okay, so All-Star games. This is what we want to see. All-Star teams. There's the AL. Check that out. Also, I want to say one thing. I know this makes no sense for the Royals to trade him with us, of all teams. But I'm going to throw realism out the window for that trade. As we kind of approach the end of the series, I want to make it fun and enjoyable. So, yeah, Marquez does make the All-Star team. Ashley Davis, another guy I would love to pick up, but that's probably not happening anytime soon. Melendez winds up making it. Surprised Lodolo didn't, but I guess it's not that crazy. Cantanero made it. He's been a stud in his first year with the squad. Gavin Hollowell. Are you kidding me? This is the guy. This is the guy who made the All-Star team and all the great relievers in baseball. Grant Hollowell. And he's the starting closer of all things. So good job out of the park. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, I don't expect a lot of hitters. Yeah, Kira makes it. Not surprising. I mean, he's been incredible offensively and defensively, and on the bases too. So yeah, let's send through the All-Star break. We'll reset our rotation. I'm guessing Marquez. Yeah, he pitched. Melendez also pitched a little bit more. We might still have room for another pitcher on this team. You know, I want to make a push here. You know, we should really focus on the hitting, but I just went and got the best pitcher in baseball with all of our good assets. Let's check out Tyler Stevenson. I'm kind of intrigued by him. Not making a ton of money. Apparently they want a lot for him, though. It's bizarre. The Oaks aren't really a good team either. Maybe Pasquantino's prices dropped as the season's gone on. It has. Okay. This makes no sense. They want Spencer Steer, I guess. Or Giancarlo Stanton, 39 years old, who I'm about to cut. I mean... I guess he has a big contract. Jose Ramirez, not the player he used to be. Although not a bad player by any means. Could be an upgrade. Oh, they don't want it. Wow. You can kind of get him for free. That might be worth it. Barger hasn't really done much. We're still hanging on to Carter Smith at shortstop. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Swanson and... Okay, yeah, we should actually just do this now. I was waiting until after the All-Star break to bring these guys back, but yeah. Swanson, Chisholm, and Acuna are all back, so forget it. We're going to roll these guys out for a week, see how we do. If things don't get better, then we'll make a move right at the deadline. But yeah, let me set my lineups and everything. We'll come back around in about a week. Okay, so we went on an absolute tear. Let's go actually go to this view. Yeah, you see the All-Star break. Won 7 in a row coming out of it. Then just lost 2 to Atlanta, but we're back 55 and 53. We've somehow survived all the injuries, and our dudes are back. Our lineups are a complete mess, but we're going to make the platoons work. We're not playing McRae against lefties anymore. I'm only playing Chisholm against righties. I'm only playing Stant against lefties. Like, everyone's going to get out there. And yeah, well, I looked for some more trades, but we might just be stuck with this team at this point. I really wanted this guy, but looks like he's not available. Altuve, what happened with him? Yeah, they want way too much. So yeah, I think that's about it, and you know, we'll come back next episode and go through the postseason if we make it. If not, then we'll go right to we'll probably do a September episode, I'd assume. Look at all these teams. Oh my god. That is absurd. We have 7 teams in our division that are like right there. As you can see in the wild card, you have the Oaks, the Dodgers, and Diamondbacks all have a spot. And then the Mariners, Rays, and us right behind them. But man, there's like every team besides 4. So what is that? 12 of the 16 teams are right in competition for playoff spots here at the trade deadline. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. You know, I'd love to pick up another starter. Heaney just went down for about it was about 2 weeks. Or it was about a week injury, but I put him in the 15-day. Although it looks like he healed faster than a week, so that might have been a mistake. But Lodolo will be back in a month. We'll hopefully get him for September. Workman's done. Jurger could be back, but I don't know what kind of an impact he'll have. But yeah, that'll wrap up this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and pretty eventful episode here. So tune in next time for the playoffs. Hopefully it'll be up soon after this. And yeah, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.